Hey guys, it's Trisha, the left-handed stitcher. I'm here to do a cross-stitch update. So hello to the new folks and hello to those of you who have been with me for a while. So hugs to everybody. I tried to do this earlier today, but I wasn't feeling it. So let's see if I can get this done without being too damn awkward. So where do I start? First thing is this month, or actually my last video was almost 2 months ago. So since then, I'm looking at my stitchy tracker because I've started keeping my stitchy tracker again. So for the month of May, I had 3 finishes, one of which you saw in the previous video. So you'll see the other 2 tonight. No new starts then. I FFO'd my StitchCon Smalls Exchange. I'll show you a picture of that. For June, excuse me, Dr. Pepper always, makes me burp. I had 2 new starts and 3 finishes. And then for July, just this first week of July, I have 1 new start and 1 finish. So, doing pretty good. My Semper Gumby rotation has done really well, and my outlook and just staying flexible has been working for me. So we're gonna continue with that. So first things first, StitchCon. StitchCon. I loved it. Okay, it is such a blast getting together with the girls. It was a much needed bit of just sheer happiness and so many hugs. My words, I'm pretty articulate most of the time, but my words I can't express how awesome it was. Alright, so it's kind of late. I have to work tomorrow, so I might just move this along. Try not to chatter too much. So the small that I received was this super cute little pillow. Love it. When I went up to the table to pick one, there was a bright pink bag there, and so that's the one I chose. And this was stitched by Carol. I have it right here, Carol Kanicki. Hopefully I said that right, Kanicki. I love it. She did an awesome job. So I don't think I showed you guys the one that I did for the Smalls Exchange is this little guy. Ooh, when I started trying to film earlier, it was daytime, and so the light coming through the window was way brighter. So there we are. That's what it looks like. So it was just a project that I had stitched a while ago. The buttons, let me see if I can hold that a little bit more steady. The buttons I'd been able to source them. They took forever for me to find them and get them delivered to me. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I found the tin that was the perfect freaking container for it. Love it. And I went to the fabric section, and Hobby Lobby's fabric section is not all that great, but oh my gosh, I walked right up to the perfect fabric for this. and just boom, made it into a flat prep. So, you know, like a flat fold without the foldy part. When I was getting ready to FFO it, and I pulled the fabric out of the bag, and I looked at it, and the edge was really frayed. So I was like, I made a little snip, and I tore it, and you can see the strap that goes around the tin. That's what it is. It turned out perfect for that super prim look. So I cut a circle, and I gathered it, and I put a button on it, and it just turned out perfect. The girl who got it, I don't know her name. She came up to me after the gathering, the post Smalls Exchange gathering that they have. She came up to me afterwards, so I don't have my phone on me, and I'm horrible with names, especially during that part of the day. I get overwhelmed, so I don't know who her name was. I posted on StitchCon's website and asked if she would, contact me, but she hasn't. But she loved it, because the outside of the bag gave the indication that it was a prim project, and so that's what she zeroed in on. When she got it, and she was over the moon that she absolutely loved it. So, a successful Smalls Exchange. Everything that happened besides the Smalls Exchange, all of the stitching and the buying, I incorporated it into all of the rest of the stuff. So we're just gonna go through it all at one time. Alright, so first things first, my camp cross stitch has been an awesome thing. Alright, so my first project was Stars and Stripes from Hindsight. And I started this on the 1st of January. Sorry, the 1st of June. And I finished it at StitchCon. Boop, boop, boop. So I got to go ring the bell. Ring the bell. So there it is. It is such a sweet, super cool pattern, and it's all DMC. That's all DMC. So I love how she got a nice kind of variegated look with just using DMC. So that's perfect. Ooh, speaking of ringing the bell. Alright, so a little bit of chit chat. Our group, it's getting pretty sizable. We gathered 4 more people, actually 5. The 5 is a special case, but so Maria was sitting to my right. Maria, super sweet. She was going to be going to StitchCon with Jan Hicks, and Jan Hicks had to drop out because of military movement issues. So Mary Ellen invited her to join us, so she could still come, and I love sitting next to her. She just is such a sweet person, and she's, we're 2 peas in a pod, more or less. So it was awesome. The other Carol became a stitching friend, or she was the first. What was it? Pam and Steph do Stitch Harmony. So they were the first match for Stitch Harmony. So Carol and Sheila. So Sheila joined us for the first time. And then while we were sitting and waiting for the whole thing to open, because we kind of get there a little early, we park ourselves in the lobby, and we make sure we have a decent enough position in line, since we have very specific tables that we want. Let's put it that way. But while we were sitting there, we gathered 2 more people. So Jennifer, or Jenny, I call her Jenny because I have a friend named Jen and I have a friend named Jennifer. So she said, you can call me Jennifer, you can call me Jenny. So I'm like, Jenny it is. So Jenny and Diana. And this year it's a group consensus. We are calling ourselves now the Stitching Misfits, because that is what we are. We are just a ragtag bunch of misfits, and it's great. It's always so much fun when I go to retreats with those guys. Okay, so there. Oh wait, that was supposed to be setting up for what I wanted to tell you. All right, so Maria finished a project, and she was a little bit nervous about being there, and she was doing that. Well, I don't want to go up to the bell. I don't want to ring the bell. Well, so she finished it, and I said, "Yay! Ring the bell! Ring the bell!" And the other girls joined in. So we had 2 tables of people going, "Ring the bell! Ring the bell!" She was so red when she came back from the front, but she went and she rang the bell, and it was freaking awesome. Just some of those moments of StitchCon that you'll never forget, kind of thing. Alright, so I don't know where to put these. Oh, I have a bin. I can put them in this bin for now. Okay, so my other Crossstitch camp. I hashtagged it Camp Crossstitch this month, and I couldn't figure out why Colorado Cross-Stitcher Sherry wasn't acknowledging it. Yeah, I have dyslexia, a touch of it, and sometimes it rears its head like that. So this is my Feeling Frosty by Miles to Go. So I picked this project because you're supposed to stitch from a designer who is new to you, and Miles to Go is a completely new one for me. And this one's been in my stash for a while, so I started him on the 1st of July and I finished him yesterday. Look at that, he's so cute. He was such a quick stitch. The only thing I didn't do is there's supposed to be back stitching around him, and I started doing it and I decided it was better without it. So I picked out the few stitches that I had in there, and now he's done. Super sweet. I love him. So that's another finish. Okay, so now this is one of my projects that I spun and finished. So this is I Love You. It's a daily cross stitch, pattern. So they're super cute. I love him. So he was one that I had always wanted to stitch, and when I found a reason to, he got started for a prompt. Alright, so alright, let me do this really quick, since anything I show past this point, fabrics and such, you would have seen during my last whip parade. So this little gem was stitched on 32 count, picture this plus our Ariel Lugana, of course. So a nice subtle shading of a light blue, which is very wintry, and was perfect for this project. And then this guy, let me check to make sure. Yep. Okay, so he's stitched on 32 count Lugana in the color taupe by Zoom. I think it's a Zweigart base color. But this, I think it worked absolutely beautiful with it. Alright, so now the next finished cross-stitch finish I had. This is my big toe, nothing to fear. And here is my finish. Oh my gosh, look at the little spiders. Oh, the little spiders. They're so cute. The only time I'm gonna say a spider is cute is a cross-stitched spider. Because I hate spiders. In fact, okay, StitchCon, cicadas, they were pretty bad. They did not bother me much. The only problems I had was one time walking between my hotel and the convention center, I had one peg me right in the side of the head. That was a little disconcerting, because the buzz in having it just... Okay, so then the other one was I'd come back from my room. I was almost to the stitching room, and someone goes, "Hey Trish, you got a cicada on your back." I'm like, okay, well. So I turn around, I go back up the stairs, I go out the front door, and I shake it off. Make sure he's off of me, and she goes, she comes out with me, and I go, "Is he off?" She says, "Yes." And she goes, "I can't believe you weren't freaking out." And I was like, "Well, cicadas don't bother me. You tell me you have a spider on my back, and that's a whole different story." You will see sheer panic at that point. Alright, so this one's cute. This one's cute. So this is my little baby Yoda, or Grogu is his name. Super cute. He was an Etsy pattern. So, look at him, he's so adorable. I love this guy. I love the Mandalorian series. Okay, but they really do need to just freaking hire Gina back. Alright, so my last finish, let me make sure, yep, my last finish for these past 2 months is my Wash Your Hands Etsy pattern, and let's pull this. Here it is. So cute. I love this one. Alright. There, now you can see it pretty good. So wash your hands, only you can prevent the zombie apocalypse. So perfect. So most of these I tend to fold in such a way that they don't get wrinkled. So when I pulled them out of the bag, you know, they're nice for you, but there we go. Super cute. And perfect. Absolutely perfect for these times. Alright. So now, give me a sec. I'm having a little bit of a hot flash. So, let's see. Of the bigger projects that got spun from my Simper Gumby rotation, okay, the first one is a disappointment. Alright, so let me moving the needle minder. Okay, so if you remember, I have her stitched down to here. So I moved her down so I could work on the cat. Because I'm not happy with the second color going into the flower. So I decided, let me hold off on that. I'll start stitching the cat. So I get this far on the cat, and my thread knots. So I'm already frustrated. This project has been a frustration for me. So I'm already frustrated, and I have a very good track record for getting those mid-length knots out of the thread. But this one just wouldn't. And it got to the point where I pulled so hard that I snapped the thread, and that's when I decided, you're going into timeout. When I pick you back up, I'll have to frog the tail and start again. But my gosh. Okay, so this project, first of all, I really don't think that the model that was stitched, I don't think the colors that are listed are the same freaking colors that were used in the model. I know for a fact her skirt was a limited edition, so I already had to go find another floss for it. But I mean, look at that flower. Look how dark that flower is. And look how purple that floss is. So I seriously don't think that the threads used in this model are the same threads that are listed. So it has been frustrating for me to stitch this. So when I pick it back up, frog the tail to restitch him, and then from then on, I'm going to be picking my own colors. There are probably going to be very few colors that are going to be kept in this pattern. I am just going to go hog wild. I don't know. I am going to just freaking choose my own colors for the rest of this pattern. Because I'm not impressed with how the colors have been working so far in this. The called for colors just haven't been working. But I love the pattern. I will stitch it. I will just have to get creative. And you know me, when I'm in the mood to pick different colors, I pick different colors. So I think you will just go back here and we'll leapfrog these projects. Okay. So the next big project that I spun, I'm gonna have to stand up for this one, is my DMC Willow. Because I got to a point, I finished all of the cross stitches. So all I have left is the background stitching. So here it is. My gosh, look at that. So cool. I love this thing. Stitching on it has been a bit of a challenge because of how big it is. But there are all of the foreground cross stitches. So look at those. Pussy willows. Pussy willows are heavily confettied, but they look awesome. They absolutely look awesome. So now I have to figure out let's see. The original project they said to stitch 2 over 2, 2 over 1 on 14 count Aida, and I can't do 2 strands on a 14 count. The coverage just bugs the crap out of me, so I'm doing 3 strands on the 14 count Aida. And if you remember, I know for those of you who have not been with me for a while, I'm using the 14 count Aida because it's a very special color. That was the called for fabric for this project. I tried to get a smaller count. It's not being produced anymore by DMC. I auditioned several even weaves, and I could not find one that I felt comfortable using, so I finally just bit the bullet and started this on the original 14 count Aida. So the background stitches are, the original pattern said to stitch them 2 over 1 10 stitch. So that's what this is. This is a 10 stitch, and I don't think I like it that way. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm going to have to do some test stitching to figure out if I would like it in 2 strands full cross or 1 strand full cross for the background stitching. So yes, and just in case you're interested, there's my back. Doing a lot of carrying, but only carrying because, you know, the branch of the Pussy Willow, I carried, you know, all the way down the branch. But I am absolutely thrilled with my progress on this. I got to I hit a good goal with it, and I'm so happy with it. All right. So the next one, that was spun of the large and lots. This one I hit a goal as well. So this is my Azure Mermaid, and she's off the Q snaps because the goal that I hit means that I'm going to be moving the Q snaps next time, so I just took them off. So here it is. So I have completed her tail, all of her tail, the tail flare and the fin and all that. So my next time she gets picked up, she's going to, I'm going to go up to her hair, I'm going to do her hair, and then I'm going to do her skin, and then do all the beads. There she is. So that was a good stitching jaunt. I don't know what word I want to use, but I am happy with that goal. So that's when I stopped. Now the other one that I've been kind of working on is my Hope for the Holidays. Let's see. There is the stock photo of it, and you know I picked my own colors, so here is where I'm at. Very close. As you may recall, the green, I didn't like the one that I had picked originally, and I found one that I think works, and amazingly enough, this is Brethren Blue. I think it's a Weeks Dye Works, but that's Brethren Blue. It's not blue, it's green. But it's perfect. It works. It works with this. So this is gonna get some love this month. And it'll get finished. Now, as you can see, my border, I don't know if you can tell the striation goes outward in all the directions. So what I did is I stitched side to side here, but then I stitched up and down here, side to side here, up and down here. And I think it turned out really awesome. It looks like the shine on like a gold frame. So it's so cool. It's a fun little stitch. Lots of kind of blocky stitching, so it's been going well. Alright, the last one I have in my whip pile is this is what got spun. Now, to be honest, I wasn't too excited about stitching on this when it got spun, but I made some good progress. So let's take the Q-snap off. So I finished all of the corn stalks off to the side, and I've started to outline the scarecrow, because my plan is to do a complete outline of him, and then I can pick this up at any time I need to and just stitch back and forth within the outline without having to look at the pattern. So I made really good progress. I was hoping to get his outline done, but the last bit of the month just didn't quite work out the way I'd hoped. So there he is, just like so. So he'll get some love some other time, but not one of my favorite projects. He was started for the magazine thing. I have since stopped doing the magazine monthlies because I found I was starting projects that I didn't really love. So, I mean, granted, some of them I started were good. I would have stitched them anyways, but there's a couple that I don't think I would have stitched. So, okay, so the next thing to talk about is plans. Okay, so Crossstitch Camp, I have my project for August prepped and ready to go for 1 August, and I am also, this month, July, I'm doing Jolly July. So my Semper Gumby rotation spin is going to get paused for the month of July, and I am going to focus on the projects in my whip pile that are of winter or Christmas themed. Okay, so the first one that I did was my Feeling Frosty, and he is a finish. The next one is going to be Hope for the Holidays, so I'm going to finish that up probably this week. And so I'm going to show you the rest of the projects that I plan to work on this month, or yeah, plan to work on. So this is the thread out of there. This is the Christmas in the Pines. Super cute project. And you may recall I am filling in snowflakes here and here, and then I'll start on the 4th tree and then do the snow on the bottom and all the words, and then this will be a finish. So I can't guarantee I will finish any of these, except for Home for the Holidays is definitely, I can almost guarantee that, I can guarantee that's going to get finished. So, but the other ones, they'll get love. but like this one, this one will not be a finish. This is my Mick Christmas, and here he is. He hasn't gotten any stitches since my last video where I showed all of my whips and a quasi whip parade. So I'm gonna show you quickly what I'm planning to work on, so that he's gonna get some love this month, and that's gonna make me happy because I always enjoy stitching on him. All right, so the next one that I have plans to stitch on, I can't guarantee that I will because it's my least favorite of the group, but this is my winter house, so he may get some stitches this month. He's on the docket, and if I get to him this month, cool. If I don't, he'll remain in the Semper Gumby rotation spin wheel. Okay, so the last project that I'm going to plan to stitch on for Jolly July is my Winter Snow Owl. So, there he is, and once again, this is where he's at. So he's gonna get some love sometime this month. So that's all of my finishes and whips and plans and stuff. Okay, well, I still have a little bit of plans, but let's do haul. I generally don't do haul, but this month is a little different. So I'm going to show you what I got at, so the things that I bought either at the Annex or Keepsakes or Craft Gallery. So first things first, I got needle minders. This is 310, the Keepsakes kitty. So I got a Zappy Dots needle minder of 310. So happy. And these are from the Rebel Stitcher. Okay, so of course I got a baby Yoda, and how cute is that little bee? I couldn't resist him. I got a tartan heart, and then a nice, I love the Cheshire Cat. I was so happy. So those I loved. There were so many cool ones from the Rebel Stitcher, I kind of had to rein it in a bit. But that's what I got. So next thing, oh, I almost forgot my second new start. So after I finished Stars and Stripes at StitchCon, I started on, so my new start was, let me find the picture. Flora Graphica by Jan Hicks Creates. So I was so thrilled. And the funny thing is Maria started it the same at StitchCon too, and the girl sitting behind us started hers at StitchCon. So all right, so let me figure out my orientation here. Yes. Alright, so this is how it is. Alright, this is my start. So I have just some border. What my plan is I'm stitching part of each, you know, a motif or a part of each color, so I can decide if the colors work on this fabric. So that's why it looks kind of mishmash, but so that's how much I've gotten done so far. And I love this project. I'm thrilled that I got it started. All right. So patterns that were either purchased or picked up from the freebie table. or they were past the stash. Okay, so let me show you the two things that were past the stash. Let me find it. Okay, so the first thing is a Lizzie Kate pattern. It says, a perfectly kept house is a sign of a misspent life. I love it. So there it is, and it feels kind of thick. So let me just see. Yep, it comes with a piece of linen, which you know darn well I'm not going to stitch it on the linen. So once I stitch this and I pass it to someone else, I can include the linen, and it comes with the 3 buttons. So that was a nice little pass the stash at our table. And go back in the the other one is this sweetheart tree. That cute, super cute one. So the name of it is Enchantment, and it came with the little charm, and this, I think they're sequins. So it came with all of the accoutrements to do it. So I think this would be a super cute little smalls exchange. So what do you think? Yep. Sometime, at some point, that will get stitched. Okay, so I think I can separate these out. I'm sure it doesn't really matter for you guys, but just in case you guys are interested. So in the annex, I bought this pattern. Sorry for glare. There it is. So, Hello by Liz Matthews. It says, your heart and my heart are very, very old friends. Very cute pattern. And I couldn't resist this one. Look at that little snail on top of that. I'm pretty sure that's a snail. I don't have my glasses with me, but he was so cute, and I love the saying. There he is. And this is Heart and Hand, called Wander. Okay, so then keepsakes, I purchased these 2 items. Actually, I purchased floss while I was there, and I got this pattern. So I'm going to pick my own colors for it, and I'm going to stitch it for my husband. So there's that, and then I picked up this little freebie, and I will show you. So it is a freebie by the Stitching Parlor, and if you bear with me for just a second, I took a picture of the example, the finished cross stitch that they had with the pattern. So here we go. And there it is. How cute is that? I love it. So at some point that one's gonna get stitched. Okay, and then we went to Craft Gallery. I love Craft Gallery. Paula and Carlton. No, not Carlton. Sorry, Carlton. I love going there. I love those people, and Brain. Okay, they have another woman working there, and she is an absolute delight. I had so much fun talking to her, and she was helping me find patterns. Her name will probably pop into my head after the video. Okay, so the first pattern I bought there was Blackbird Designs Sarah's House, because I love that little thing right there. So, and I'll just quickly show you the other patterns that are in this piece. Okay, so yeah, that's the same. Well, in the back they show you a different way to stitch that house in a sampler. And then, so cute. Baby. Yep, that's the same house. There's the pincushion. Oh, yep, that's the same thing. So, just those projects in there. And I picked up this cute thing. So it's Foxwood Crossings pomegranate sleds. So I think, which one's my favorite? I think this one's my favorite. And I do have some of those sleds, so this would be a cool swap. Alright, so the next thing I picked up was this one, Basket of Love by Cottage Garden Samplings. And how cute is he? So cute. And it's such a cute pattern. So I picked this one up. And then of course I had to get Plum Street Samplers hedgerow, because look at those hedgehogs, so cool. My friend Becky loves hedgehogs, so I think this, once I stitch this and FFO it, it will be a nice gift for her. This one caught my eye, and so I picked it up. So Strawberries and Stripes by Brenda Gervais, so with dyed needle and thread. So cute. Look at that. I can't tell, you can't really see it in the picture, but because it's a rounded pin cushion, but the bird is holding a flag. So that's why it's Strawberries and Stripes. So super cute. And then this one has been on my wish list forever, and I finally pulled the trigger on it, and I got my knee-high hands-on design knee-high by 4th of July. I love this pattern. So I kitted most of the threads. I pulled the called for, and then decided I didn't really like some of the called fors, so I pulled the threads that I liked to sub out. So I got the majority of the threads to stitch this guy at Craft Gallery. I also picked up the pink dinky dyes I need for growth rings, so I'll show you that when he gets spun. And then I got some auditions for Long Dog Samplers, Jardin de Palissar, I think it is. It's Garden of Paradise. So I'm auditioning some dinky dyes for that pattern. And let's see, what else do we have? Ooh, okay, so the last little bit, well, let's do this first. This was ordered after, from 123 Stitch, after the retreat. So because we're doing a stitch along, the Stitching Misfits are doing Eleanor Rigby as a stitch along. So there's the pattern, Blackbird Designs, and I'm actually doing a variation similar to the one in the back that's called Sweet Baby, but I picked my own colors because I pulled the colors that she lists for this variation and I didn't like them, so I pulled my own. And I'm actually gonna since I'm not doing it as a baby sampler, I'm gonna call this project Sweet Ellie. So kind of like Eleanor, Ellie. So Sweet Ellie is the one that I'm gonna stitch. And these are the colors that I chose. So let me kind of arrange them just so. And show you. So here they are. So I picked 3 pinks that I believe go together, 2 greens that go together, and I substituted the basket color with this one. So I think, and I'm doing it on taupe. So yes, I'm excited for this one. Alright, so let me just quick run through the colors that I picked. So this is Gassed Hibiscus, Classic Colorworks Strawberry Parfait. I got Weeks Dye Works Hibiscus. This one is Zach Black. It's Classic Colorworks Zach Black. The 2 greens are Classic Colorworks Eve's Leaves. So pretty. And Gassed Baby Spinach. So I really think those greens are going to work well together. These 3 pinks are going to work really well together. Let me reorder them so you can see the gradation. Yep, so. And then I believe this color really accents well with the other colors. So that one is going to be a new start at some point in the near future. So, alright, so I have just one more little bit of haul. This sorry, Dr. Pepper Burps. Sewmesarah. I happened to catch her Flosstubes because she's new, and she does some embroidery as well. So this is her fault. I ordered from England, from Pretty Fabrics and Trims. So there's their information. And you'll see her, if you watch her videos, you can see that. So I'm just going to quick So a personalized thank you note from the seller. So I'm hoping that there's good pictures on here, and I never apologize for the crinkle. This is going to be a little bit tough to open because I have a feeling that sticker is way more robust than the wax paper is. Okay, so here's what it looks like before I open it. And here it is. So this is my first project that I chose. It's called Embroidered Christmas Mini Bunting. So some embroidery, super cute little bunting pieces. So I think I'm going to enjoy that. So it comes with the jingle bells, and it comes with the floss or the threads needed. Let's see if I can do a twiddle to show you all the pretty colors. Nice Christmassy colors. Comes with your lace trim, and here is the fabric, and it's pre-printed with the pattern. Can you see that? I can't tell if it's in frame, so I'm just guessing. So there's the tree, and here is the pine cone. I think it's a pine cone, I don't know. But there's the last one. So it's a complete kit, but I think it's going to be fun to stitch. I've done embroidery before, so I'm kind of excited, you know, about this. Alright, so we'll set that off to the side, and then the next one. So I ordered 2 kits from them. It took a while to get here, but you know, they did come from England. The bag is stuck down onto itself. So, okay. I'm gonna guess that this is stuffing in here. So here is, that's interesting. She gave me 2 copies. Huh. Maybe one is instructions and maybe one is pattern, you know. Anyways, so this is the other one I chose. It's a simple pine wreath with berries, or red berries. I love these wreaths. So I thought this was a super cute thing. So this one has a jingle bell as well. Some trim for the loop. It's a twill, but a very rustic twill. The floss for it on a little thread drop, and then here is the front of it. So super cute little, just a really light guideline for the stitching. The instructions are pretty detailed from what I could see. They show you the different stitches and give you a layout of where they're supposed to go. And then there's a piece of blank fabric for the backing for when I finish it. But as you can see, there's a guideline on there for where the heart goes. So I think that's gonna be a fun little project. Okay, and trying to figure out what this appears to be. Just a little tag. It says a little happiness in every stitch. And then there's a little gift pouch, I'm guessing. So let's get this open. And we'll pull the stuff out. And what she gave me is little squares of fabric. So So just cute little floral little ducks on that first one. Some pretty florals and polka dots. So I think this is what they call a charm pack. Oh, little mushrooms. So far they're all different. Some cute little flowers. Some more cute. I love that style of flower. And then one with a yellow background. I got a nice yellow dot stripe and little rosebuds on the yellow backing. So cute little squares of fabric, little charm pack. I'm not a quilter, so not sure what I would use these for, but I'll pretty those up after the video. There it is. There's my embroidery package from England. So I fully blame sewmesarah for that. I'll link her video below, so if you're interested to go watch. Alright, so that's it for tonight. I will see you guys in roughly 1 to 2 months, when I film when it feels right, kind of thing. And I like having a decent amount of stuff to show. So there it is. Alright, I hope you guys are enjoyed your 4th of July weekend and enjoying your summer. And we'll catch you next time. Happy stitching. Bye.